You see that stake and how the water's right up to it still? That's a problem. I put that stake there like a week ago just to see if the water level was dropping. Oh, maybe I should have mentioned. So it's April 3rd. We put that stake there like a week ago because we were wondering if a tile line was broken. And we're thinking it is, and it's underneath the road because they tunneled or bored in some sewer line, and we think they might have hit the field tile, which is no problem. It's happened before. The city's really good, and we let them know about it, so hopefully they can get it fixed in a timely fashion and get that field draining again. But we're over here working on the planter today, I think. A little bit of a glare. Let's see if we can wake the old girl up. Oh yeah. Got a little bit of an exhaust click on the manifold, but nothing to it. Oh, these four-wheel drives like to do a twist sometimes when they start up. There's a little bit of a... Before we clean up all of our wires, we want to make sure everything works. But we went back to the out-back steering. But that exhaust manifold click, the mechanics put a new one on, or like not John Deere, but just local mechanic, and we figure we can fix the little bit of a leak instead of paying their rate. So we'll get that squared away. That's a solid tractor to pull the drill. But it's finally started getting warm enough where we can we pull all the mud off the tractor, so we got to sweep the shop out. And these tractors need a good washing, but the wells. Frost isn't quite come out of the ground. We think the well might be open here in the next couple days, and we'll be able to wash everything off, getting looking good. But what we're doing here now is trying the AutoSteer and then hooking the 8430 to the drill. So we're just kind of taking her easy here and see what we can do here with the new AutoSteer. It's warming up. Well, no, it's warmed up. It's ready to go. I think we're onto it now. We just got to get one of these hoses switched around, and then the directions are really small on a phone screen, but I think that'll do us. So now if we got it done right, you press this button, the wheels will turn. Yep. We're good to go. We really are going to wash this, I promise. But from here, we just select AB. Contour as if we're just doing the last pass that we just did and want to go over one pass, but we'll set an AB line here in the road. We'll set new point. New point for A will just be where we're sitting. We'll roll here a little ways. You can hit it right away, but once we confirm this is going to work, then we'll coil up all of our wires nicely. There's no sense to tie them up nicely in case you have to redo them. So now, when we hit enter for B, it'll think that's the other end of the field. It lights up. We press it again. This light means that it's starting to steer. And for some reason, it's taking us straight to the steer right, steer left, backwards. We're going to get this yet. We always win in the long run. I think we got it now. The solenoids that control the which way the wheels are going to turn based on electronics right there. We had to reverse those because the combine does opposite steering than if the wheels are in the front. So it's steering the wrong way. We should be in good shape now. You can see it engages. It pulls us over just so it's yellow. And then the bottom green one is where the tractor is. That goes yellow, and then you know you're centered. If it goes red, it's going to steer to the left. If it goes green, it's going to steer to the right. We backed down the flow of hydraulic oil to from where it was. It was really twitchy, the wheels. You might want to back it down just a little bit more. I can control some sensitivity here, but might want to back down my flow and then up my sensitivity in here is I think what we're going to do, but it's pretty good right about where it is. We'll just take it up a little faster here about where won't be planting much faster than, I'm sure you won't be planting much faster than 5 miles an hour. You know, you can see they're just a little twitchy, but not bad. But I'm glad we got this project squared away. The only other thing we need to do is I'll slow down here just to show you. So in the other four-wheel drives, when you started turning, it had enough hydraulic pressure or power, so as it turned, it would disengage. The combine put like a magnet on the steering column. So as the magnet comes around, there's a sensor that ties into this, and when the magnet senses that it comes by the sensor, it disengages. Like right now, you can see that I can steer, but the steering wheel light doesn't come off. It stays on like it's trying to steer. I have to actually hit the enter button for it to turn off, and then I can take full control of the tractor to turn around. If that steering wheel stays on, it's going to fight us every time we try to turn around, and it's just, it takes a couple minutes to put that sensor in. We just don't have a magnet with some adhesion to it. We'll find track one of those down, and voila, we'll be AutoSteer rocking and rolling in here. Now that we know this works, I'm going to tie up these wires a little better in the next couple days, sweep out the cab, wash it up, because you don't really realize all the mud we fought until you see the tractor in the spring, and people are going to tear into us that our cab's dirty and our tractors are dirty, but this is a working tractor. It's not like it looks at the dealership. When you finish the season and it's under freezing, it's actually do more harm than good, is our philosophy when you wash. So we do like clean tractors. They will get clean. They just didn't get clean because it wasn't good weather when we finished the season last year. So no, have no fear. Everything's going to get cleaned up here. So you can maybe see that's the Outback globe. That's going to run that instead of the John Deere globe. One other variation we've done to the planter is the seat opening discs. You can see they've got teeth. And some people are probably going, what in the world? Really good for no-till applications. It's also going to be good for conventional till. It's going to throw the dirt instead of just push the dirt out. Like sometimes those smooth blade ones that you see on the planters that are standard can cause some seed trench sidewall compaction, where this should throw the dirt, and should have a little bit better luck, we're hoping. Always looking to try something new. Then the one other thing we try on one row, they sent us these just to try out. I think they're mainly for no-till applications, but they said try them out and see what we think. And then we got a different variation of them over here. So it'll be interesting. Don't know if they're quite as crucial. Sometimes they say, like with these new openers, that this isn't as crucial, but if you can, it's cool. But we'll try everything out. And then we still got the smart firmers, and this planter is quite the cutting edge technology. A little bit of stuff come off the planter. When you take off all those opening discs, there's a little bit of mud, some dirt built up in there. We're cleaning those out, and some mud fell off this tractor from grain carting last fall. But there's something about pulling in onto clean cement. Well, it's not clean, but all the dirt's out of there. And just try not to tear the planter into the wall as we come in. We'll tuck in. You can see the weight. We actually took some weight off the inside of this tractor and off the front of this tractor. So this is going to be a pretty sweet ride. We got all the technology in here. We got those new discs. We got AutoSteer set up. We've got smart firmers. You name it. Pretty excited for this planter this year. The grain drill's getting a lot of work to it. Bean drill, whatever you want to call it. You can see there's new discs, opener discs there. You can see it a little better over here. You can see we've taken off this whole side, and they're all getting replaced. This is going to be in pretty good shape, and this will be working well too. The 8430 works great, and if we have enough manpower, we run this and the corn planter at the same time, and we try to get as many acres in when the weather's good. So I'm just cleaning up our tools for the night, and probably going to call it a day here. Well, the drill is hooked up, and we're calling it a day, just shy of 5 o'clock. Planter AutoSteer working, a bunch of those drill discs taken off, and we're waiting for 64 more to come into the dealership, and then we'll slam those on, and that'll be pretty well good shape. And we're getting real close, but unfortunately still pretty wet out in the fields. We do need a good rain to push some of the frost out in a couple areas, but it's coming quick. It's coming real quick, so hang in there. We're as antsy as you guys are to get back in the field and get you some videos and get that going. So it'll be here before you know it, 2 or 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks. I'm wishful thinking with 2, but there's going to be some rain stretches here, so probably 3 weeks or so you'll see us in the field, hopefully with any luck. So all right, you guys take it easy, be safe, and we'll check you later.